If you want to laugh and have some fun, this is the podcast. This is the one. Lights, camera, action on your marker, set, go. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show.
Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everybody. On this episode, I am going to talk about parents and kids and sports. Oh my, parents and kids and sports. Oh my, parents and kids and sports. Oh my. Oh, that was a good one. There are parents that have their kids get involved with sports because maybe they themselves are athletic and that's the lifestyle that they live, and they're introducing their children to an athletic lifestyle where you learn teamwork and how to be a good sport when you lose, how to be a good sport when you win. You learn life lessons. When you have a team, you have to learn how to be on a team. And there's a lot of awesome things about being a parent that encourages your child or children to be involved with all different kinds of sports and activities, any kind of arts and sports and things like that. But I'm not really talking about the art. I'm more talking about like baseball, football, cheerleading, things like that. There's parents out there that really are great supporters of their kids. They go to the games. They're there when they lose, when they win. They help teach their kids right along with the coaches about good sportsmanship. And those are awesome parents. I mean, kudos to you. Whoever's listening, if you're a parent and your child or your children's involved with some kind of sport or activity, good on you, man, especially if they enjoy it. Oh, if they enjoy it. If you're shoving it down their throat because you're trying to vicariously live through them, then you're messed up. You need to check yourself because you're going to make your kid hate something because you're trying to shove it down their throat. That's a whole different kettle of fish right there. Yeah, it is. There are parents that will force their kid. And it's one thing, this kid, they quit too soon and they don't really give it a chance. I'm not talking about that, where you make your kid keep going to really give something a chance. There's a difference. You know what I'm talking about. The parents that will continually make a kid that truly does not like it. You could see that's not in their character to do this or play that. You could see it. You don't even have to know the kid for 1 hour or 5 minutes. And you could see this kid seems like he enjoys or she enjoys to do this or that. You could see what they like and what they don't like. I mean, if you're trying to vicariously live through your kid because you were never a cheerleader, and if your kid hates it, like literally, really can't stand it, tried it for months and honestly just is not interested, is more interested in something else that you might not approve of, it doesn't matter. That's just wrong. And you're going to hurt your relationship with that kid by doing that too. That's going to be a little bump in the road for you. Just saying. Wasn't trying to go there, but that's where it went, which that is another type of parent. But I have seen and heard myself, because I live not very far from a baseball field, where parents are absolutely horrible, bro. They'll be like 8-year-old children playing softball or t-ball, right? And I have literally sat in those bleachers years ago. I went once and witnessed this, and I was done after that. I couldn't believe it. There were little kids, adorable. They're all playing t-ball and everything, still learning the game, wearing their little uniforms. It was so cute. I was like, look at what a beautiful day. I'm with my friend, her kid was playing t-ball or whatever. I think it's called t-ball. And one of the kids, it was years ago, but one of the kids got hurt. And the way these parents acted was like they were at a professional game and they were talking to adults. It was just, it was bad, dude. The way all the parents were yelling and swearing at the umpire for this or that. I couldn't believe it, bro. It was bad. And it turned me off. I was like, I'm never going to go to a game again, man. Not if the parents are like this, because I'm going to wind up punching somebody in their mouth for talking like that. First of all, these are kids. Second of all, that's not good sportsmanship. Thirdly, that's somebody's child. It's a kid. They're supposed to be having fun right now. They're not in the major leagues. Relax. Relax there, buddy. And there's those parents, these poor kids, when they go to leave, if they didn't win or they didn't catch the ball or something, those parents are probably so hard on their kids. Oh my God. You better check yourself. if you're one of those parents or you know somebody who does that crap to their kid, man, because that kid, thank God that never happened to me. I actually went to dance school and I loved it. My sister went to dance school. We loved it. I've done a lot of different activities throughout my life so far, and I've loved all of them. But I never had anything shoved down my throat, forced, or talked down to if I didn't do perfect or do good, or if I made a mistake. It wasn't, you got to practice more, like a movie type crap. But that's real. There's really people out there that treat their kids that way. But back to a positive note, because I love to focus on the positive, the parents that sign their kids up for dance or sign their kids up for cheerleading or music lessons or football or soccer or anything. I know, tennis, anything. And you got to work extra hours or whatever to be able to pay for those lessons. You parents are amazing. And so are the parents that don't have to work 2 jobs to be able to put your kid through dance school or do any of that. Those parents are just as amazing. Just because somebody might make less money, they might have to work a little harder to make it happen for their kid. And I do got to give them props for that, because childcare is very expensive, and so are these things to do. These things aren't cheap. When you go on one of these teams, you got to get the uniform and the pads, and then they go out and play against other teams, and they have to raise money for this trip, and it's always money, money, money when the kids do these different activities. These things aren't cheap, and I understand that kind of pressure. I could also see the parents being like, you know how much money I pay for this, and you're doing blah, 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 being a jerk about it. I could see that. And I could see being a kid being like, well, do me a favor and don't pay no more money. Keep your money. Don't do me any favors. You could enjoy something and have somebody treat you that way and make you not want to do it. That's another thing. You could actually enjoy whatever sport or activity you're involved with. Enjoy your teammates and where you go and the whole thing, and have a great time. But then you got to look over your shoulder and see this prick acting like a jerk to you. It'll give you a bad taste. You wouldn't want to do it anymore. I don't know how many people would. If you only had somebody coming down on you all the time and you were just trying to enjoy yourself, have fun, and do the best you could that day. But the parents that are cheering their kid on with a smile on their face, no matter what the kid, if they didn't make it, if they made it, and they're like, that's okay. Shake it off. That's all right. You got this. You got this. Great job. And they're clapping and cheering for their kids. Man, those are the parents. You guys are awesome. I wish I had you guys around me, because unfortunately, I hear it all the time, right on my back porch. I can go on the back porch in the summer and the spring, and I can hear those parents yelling, and they're not yelling nice. I hear it from here. It's obnoxious. It's bad. They really want to slap a lot of them, saying, these are children, bro. Relax. I'm sorry you're not 12 anymore, or you were never on a team, or you're paying this much for it, and you resent him because you're paying for it. I don't know what your problem is, but you better lay off that guy. I can't handle that. But the parents that are always cheering for their kid, no matter what, whether the kid fell or didn't make it or didn't catch it or whatever, and they're like, that's okay, man, get up, you got this, great job, woohoo. That energy is infectious. I love that energy. I love those parents. They brighten my whole day, because it's more of a positive team energy, just a positive energy altogether. No matter how my kid does, they're having fun, and regardless, I love them, and I'm proud of them. And those parents, man, you guys are awesome. You are helping to create a better future, okay? I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying how awesome I think these parents are. You're helping to create a better country, a better future, because you're instilling things in these kids that they're going to put into their kids. You understand? You're helping generations be that, do that. And I thank you. Really. I truly thank you for all that you do, because you love you have for your kid or your kids, but the love and the positivity that you pour into your kid. And if they don't like this and they tried it, that's okay. Where the parents that have that attitude, that's okay, hon. You tried it. You did it for a few months. You rarely gave it a shot. And I understand if you don't like it, that's all right. Make them feel that's okay. If you see something else that sparks your interest, let me know. Don't start shoving ideas down their throat because you're going to make them not want to do anything. You're going to back them away like a scared little squirrel or something. You don't want to do that. The parents that are just like cool about it, that's all right. You tried it. You don't like it? Well, I could take you out of the class. That's no problem. Never mind. I already paid for this month. You got to go. What? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't choose money over your kid's happiness, especially if they're trying to confide in you and be honest with you. That's worth more than whatever it costs for that month or whatever. So the parents that are just like, that's okay. You try something else. If you see something else or if there's anything else that sparks your interest, let me know. I'll look into it for you. Or you could look into it and bring it to me. Just let me know. I'm here for you, bud. I support you. Just like that. And the parents that are just smiling and clapping and cheering for their kids no matter what, man, you guys are so awesome. And I bet your parents are pretty damn awesome too. And if they weren't, and then your parents weren't that great, and you still came out like that as a parent yourself, man, I just, wow, you're amazing. On that note, I'm going to thank you for listening to another episode of The Suezie Show, and I will see you next time on The Suezie Show. I'll see you next time on The Suezie Show. Yeah.
Thanks for listening and hanging out. I'll see you next time, without a doubt. Now you know where I am and you know where to go. See you next time on The Suezie Show. See you next time on The Suezie Show.